Hello, everyone, and welcome to MCS TV. I'm Tanner Wink alongside Drake Fascione as we bring you tonight's varsity basketball matchup between the Marion Harding Presidents and the North Union Wildcats. How you doing, Drake?
I'm great, Tanner. How are you?
I'm great. We are just underway here. The Presidents currently 1-4, won their first game of the season a couple days ago against Galleon. First big MOAC win of the season. North Union is also 1-4, but still winless in the MOAC. This ought to be a pretty interesting match, Drake.
Yes, indeed it will.
Taking a look at the starters for tonight for North Union, we got Connor Terrell, the sophomore, Cody Neal, senior, Joel Krebaheny, the sophomore, Riley Price, the senior, and Harley Day, the sophomore. And then for the Presidents, you see Devon Fraker, Mitch Myers, Dejon Smith, Lane Stevens, and Deontay Smith. At the top is Riley Price running the point, driving right past Dejon Smith and getting the first points of the game for North Union.
And I'll tell you, Tanner, Riley Price, he's a pretty quick player. You know, I've seen some film on him, and he definitely runs around. He makes mistakes occasionally, but looks like he'll be guarded by Dejon or Devon. I assume one of those two for most of the night, and it'll be an interesting matchup to see.
All right, Lane Stevens on the left wing. Back up to Devon Fraker at the top of the key. Running some zone is North Union.
Yep, and North Union will usually run a 2-3 zone with number 35, Harley Day. He comes up a little bit, but he'll usually be the third over in the corner.
Mitch Myers takes a shot just inside the elbow and air ball, but Deontay Smith's able to recover the ball. Playing Devon Fraker at the right wing to reset some offense. There's Dejon Smith, the deep three atop of the key. A little too much. Offensive tip by Lane Stevens, but recovered by Connor Terrell. Terrell running the point for the Wildcats. Harley Day at the top of the key, trying to get past Deontay Smith. Nothing. Dejon Smith trying for the steal. Harley Day still has the ball. Riley Price picked it back up to kick it out to Cody Neal for the three on the right wing is good and make it 5-0 Wildcats. Devon Fraker on the right wing, still a 2-3 zone for the Wildcats. Dejon Smith.
Looks like Harding's just running the basic high-low offense that is a very common 2-3 play, but, you know, it gets some motion going in the offense. However, there's a turnover.
That'll be on Deontay Smith. It was off the ball, so Wildcats are going to get the ball back. Here's Harley Day. Guarded by Deontay Smith. Good full court D there by Smith. Another foul is going to be called on Deontay Smith for already his second of the game.
And that's not what you want to see there, Tanner. We're within 2 minutes of the game, and Deontay has two. Deontay's played a big role this season, so it's really sucks to see that happen so early in the game. But I assume he'll be subbed out sometime soon.
Cody Neal will be taking out the ball for the Wildcats. At the top of the key is Terrell.
It looks like Elijah Browley's going over to check into the game.
How about that?
And Browley.
Terrell takes it in all the way himself, easy, the wide open lane to make it 7-0. And the timeout's going to be called. We'll be right back, see what Browley does.
As you integrate timeless principles into your school's core curriculum and language, you will build student self-confidence, reduce discipline referrals, and increase academic achievement. Find out more at theleaderinme.org.
Great happens here.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed.
Welcome back. Elijah Browley has checked in for the Presidents for the first time since that loss to Ontario. And this is the guy I think they've been missing, the big man down low.
Indeed. Elijah Browley has been battling an injury on his left knee for the past, basically since the season began. His last game was last week against Ontario, where he had 10 points. However, I believe it was in practice the day after he re-injured his knee. So it's good to see him back.
He is wearing a brace over that left knee. I see him limping a little, but he's going well. Devon Fraker took the baseline and missed the lay-in. Mitch Myers got the rebound and tried to kick it out, but that's Cody Neal with the steal. Neal the handoff to Terrell. Terrell tries to take it in on Stevens, but doesn't. Pushes down all the way in. The foul is called. That was Mason Soviak down low. His first minutes of the game. He's going to go to the line for 2. Mitch Myers first. Definitely a player they would like to keep out of foul trouble. Elijah Browley in the game. Hasn't touched the ball yet. One of the 3 seniors, though, that Harding has this season. And one that had plenty of minutes last year and has been restricted so far. So luckily he's back this early in the season.
Definitely a key asset to the team, as you just said. Played heavy minutes last year. I know he's very excited to play his final year here at Harding, and it's just good to see him back.
So Soviak hit one of the 2 to make it 8-0 North Union. Marion Harding still yet to score with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Here's Stevens. North Union still in that 2-3 zone. Clearly working. 0 points for the Presidents. Around the key, nothing past the perimeter yet for the Presidents. The bounce pass down low to Gary Money, who kicked it back up to Elijah Browley. His 3 was just off, and Mitch Myers had the offensive board and puts it up strong to get Marion Harding finally on the board. Elijah Browley's first shot doesn't fall, but all is well for the Presidents as they finally get on the board.
As Browley is guarding Day, again, so far has been the most consistent scorer for the Wildcats. They have very good designed offense around him.
Browley poked it out from Price, and here's Gary Money gave it back to Browley, and Browley tried to get it down, but no. He has another open 3. He's going to take it in and out. Mitch Myers, the same offensive rebound. He's going to kick it out to Gary Money this time. He's going to kick it back out to Devon Fraker. It's a nice little poke out by Elijah Browley. Here's Gary Money on the right wing. Deep 3, too much. Nothing falling for the Presidents early. In the corner is Terrell. This is it down to Day. Day guarded by Browley. Terrell has the 3, shoots it over Fraker. No, a little to the right. Soviak with the rebound. Gary Money's on the ground. There's Cody Neal near the top of the key, a little left. In and out. Elijah Browley with the board. Tried to get Lane Stevens on the corner on the long pass, but it's too much for Stevens. And North Union is going to get the ball back. And in comes in Trevin Fiesel and Preston Crabtree.
Tanner, I was going to say on that last possession, we saw Gary Money get knocked down. He got knocked down by Mason Soviak, who's a very big body at 6'5". And I remember playing him in football, and he's just a truck. So, it'll be interesting to see who will take him in the Harding. Who will take
all the
Harding
way in off the bench. Sorry to interrupt you, Drake, but all the way down the court off the bench was Crabtree to get North Union up to 10 points. Stevens is going to take the 3, and it's too much. And Gary Money getting the ups, getting the board. Here's Fraker on the right. Money thought about the 3, nothing going. Here's Fraker, found an open lane, he's going to take it, but bounce passes Stevens under the basket, and he stepped out of bounds.
That was a good look for Harding, however, getting it down to the half spot, and Lane Stevens was under the basket. However, he stepped out, just a minor mistake, but it could have been an easy basket.
Well, Drake, you were talking about playing North Union in football, and speaking of that game, that was one heck of a game, ending in a complete bench clearing of both teams. A lot of scruffing. You know more about that than I do. Hopefully we don't see that much chippiness on the court here tonight. We had some chippiness with Marion Harding and Gallion last game.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to see that happen again. But I think that hopefully, both sides have matured enough to never have to go through an incident like that again between the two schools.
So Mitch Myers' high 3 is no good, and Cody Neal got the board, who just hit that 3 previously. It's 13-2 North Union. All the way in is Terrell. He got fouled on the way up by Money.
That's something Harding has done way too much, as they already have 5 fouls, is foul on low percentage shots. So when people are driving in and throwing it up, and they're going in and hacking at them, that's what's picking up Marion Harding so many fouls. I remember in the Pleasant game, Marion Harding had 29 fouls in the game, and Pleasant had 9, which some of it might have been the rest, some of it, but for a fact, is definitely just careless fouling.
In for Bradley and Stevens comes in Deontay Smith and DeMonte Smith. Here's Terrell. His second free throw is good. He hits them both. Make that 15-2 North Union with 2:08 left to go in the first. Very slow start here for Marion Harding.
Yes, and that's just strictly to not being able to get in rhythm offensively. That's their biggest problem. They have 2 points in the game. You know, Marion Harding has usually been holding teams down pretty low. However, it seems like their offense just isn't clicking enough to stay in most of these games.
Here's Devon Fraker. Hit Deontay Smith on the elbow, kicked out to Gary Money on the right corner. Way over the hoop, not even close. DeMonte Smith gets the offensive board. Guarded closely by Price.
Marion Harding, they're taking shots and just none of them are falling. It's like, you know, this team's just not a shooting team at all. And that's showing. You know, there's a few guys who will knock down a three every now and again, but I don't know if it's shot selection, but they're picking up fouls.
Smith went up for that shot, DeMonte Smith that is, and it was a little too much. And North Union's getting the ball back. Look at those foul numbers. 6 fouls already on Marion Harding in this first quarter. 0 by North Union. In came Aiden Rich, the freshman for Marion Harding, and for Deontay Smith. Getting plenty of minutes all season long as a freshman while playing on the freshman basketball team. Out to Cody Neal on the corner. Over to Von Fraker is good. Another 3 for Neal.
Neal is a very good three-point shooter. The best in the MOAC currently. And
Timeout called by Warstall. Sorry to interrupt you, Drake. It's 18-2 North Union. We'll be right back. Welcome back. North Union taking the quick pace start to this game and the quick big lead. 18-2 was the score, up 16 with just a minute 12 left to go in the first quarter. Gary Money's running the point for the Presidents. Myers in the corner. He's going to take it way over. He somehow banked it in the right corner. We'll take it. It's 18-5.
Can't honestly say if he tried to do that one, Tanner.
No, not at all. Considering their shooting percentage, I definitely know he didn't mean to do it. Aiden Rich got the ball back for Harding.
Speaking of Aiden Rich, earlier this week it was reported that Aiden Rich, actually, who's a freshman, can dunk in practice, and he did 5 times in a row actually. And he's for a freshman, he definitely has leaps, and it'll be interesting to see. You know, he has 3 more years here at Harding, so he'll definitely develop into a pretty explosive player.
Just amazing. Fraker taking the ball in for the Presidents. Finds Rich way up high, but gets rid of it quick to Money, and it's going to be a backcourt violation as Money couldn't get the ball on their own side of the court. 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And back in comes Connor Terrell in for Trevin Fiesel. Cody Neal inbounds to Terrell. North Union probably looking for the last shot of this quarter. Riley Price with the ball, kicking it back over to Neal. Look for Neal for this last shot. The big three-point shooter for this team. Terrell trying to get something set up. Found Day at the elbow. Turns around. Myers up in him. Good.
And Tanner, that's the shot he will do multiple times. And as that's quarter, I think. But he does that shot multiple times. Let's just say that.
We'll talk more after this break. At the end of the first quarter, North Union leads by 13.
More fun. I know that balance feels best, so I remember to take care of myself. Miss C taught me lots of things. the best one ever is that I can be great.
What if every child had the same opportunity? The opportunity to develop the essential life skills and characteristics students need to thrive in the 21st century. The Leader in Me process provides the teacher experience and classroom implementation tools to put your school on the path to greatness. As you integrate timeless principles into your school's core curriculum and language, you will build student self-confidence, reduce discipline referrals, and increase academic achievement. Find out more at theleaderinme.org.
Great happens here.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you eat.
Welcome back as we are underway for the second quarter of this game. North Union leads the Presidents 18-5. Very rough first quarter for the Presidents, but very good first quarter for the Wildcats. Jake, what do you have to take out of that first quarter?
Well, we just saw North Union executing on Harding's poor offense. You know, they're getting turnovers, getting to the foul line, taking the ball to the hoop, and just scoring on all over the Presidents.
The refs seem to have seen some kind of spill on the court or something. They keep pointing and looking at the court. Both teams have been escorted back to their benches. As we said, Marion Harding's last game was their first win of the season against Galleon. They won 52-45. Great game played there by the Presidents to pick up their first win of the MYC and first win of the year, especially after coming off that loss against their biggest rivals, the Pleasant Spartans. When you look at North Union, they are also 1-4, but still winless in the MYC. All their MYC games, they lost to Ontario, Clear Fork, and Pleasant, but their one win was at the beginning of the season to Benjamin Logan. So Marion Harding's athletic trainers on the court trying to figure something out.
Shout out to Mr. Tim Brown.
We had just had a report that there's blood on the court.
Figured it would be that, as basketball is a game, physical game.
Luckily, Tim's there to clean it up. And they're pointing to many places. We're going to take a quick break after they get this all situated. Welcome back. They have the blood situation on the court situated now. Now we can play some basketball.
Yep. Me and Tanner just held it down with the commentator for about 5 minutes there. It's all good, though.
Aiden Rich on the left wing kicks it back up to Money all around the perimeter. He finds Stevens at the baseline.
I'm telling you,
all
Tanner,
the way across court to Money.
That play would not have been possible without Stevens getting the half spot. Even though he missed it, it was still a good shot attempt, and that's what's important in this high-low offense, is to get the ball at half spot and move it around.
Aiden Rich not usually the three-point shooter or the one to shoot a three-pointer, but good to see the confidence coming out of that freshman. Connor Tails running the point. Try and get it past Money, but he doesn't. Price. He's going to travel while trying to get past Dejon Smith to the hoop. Harding's going to get the ball back. The pick set by Stevens. Smith kicks it to Money. All the way across the perimeter. Here's Rich. Nothing going for this President's offense. Money back up to Smith. He's going to take it in himself. The jump stop, no good, just short. Aiden Rich poked it out away from North Union and the Presidents. There's a jump ball on the court between Riley Price and Dejon Smith, and it's going to go back to the Wildcats. Then comes in Cody Neal for Joel Kribbaheny. Riley Price all the way to the right corner. to Terrell. His three in the right corner. The one-handed pass there by Price to push their lead to 21-5.
President's just 5 points in a quarter and a half, and that's just not acceptable. And
Dejon Smith, a nice crossover, kicked it out to Elijah Bradley. Thought about the three, pump faked, and shot the three when it was most contested. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Wildcats. Didn't quite understand that shot decision. Sorry.
Shoot or shoot.
So now we got some full court press going on, man-man. This is Rich on Harley Day. Trying to poke it out.
Good defense there by Aiden Rich, staying with Day, making him pick up his dribble. And they're going to call that foul.
That's going to be on Dejon Smith. Harding doesn't like the call, but it was called. 17 fouls for the Presidents and only 1 for the Wildcats.
And Tanner, it looks like due to what happened during football season, for this game, there's added security.
High security, yes. Very high.
At every door of the building, as two just went out that corner door there. But yeah, they are everywhere tonight.
Keeping us safe from brawls.
Yep. However, on a football field, it's hard to stop that
Yeah.
at that speed. Basketball, you know, it's a little bit of a tighter playing field.
Oh, in the wing, that was... And just no shots going there for the Presidents, but that was Jacob Malone that shot that shot. Remember, he came in at the end of the game against Galleon, his first varsity minutes, and hit 2 huge threes to even push Harding's lead to an even bigger one. And Jacob Malone is a perfect example of hard work does not go unnoticed. After those 2 threes last game, now he's already playing in the second quarter, usually a full-time JV player. At the line is Day. His first. Good. North Union not struggling with their free throws at all tonight, something Harding usually does.
Yep.
But if you look at those foul numbers, we're not getting to the line very often.
I think it's safe to say, Tanner, that we're not getting much anything with scores like this.
Day hits them both.
18-point game now.
Aiden Rich running the point for the Presidents. A pretty fresh group out there. Only 2 starters out there. 2 starters being Stevens and Myers. And Lane Stevens takes the baseline. The reverse lay-in is just off.
Good take there by Lane, getting to the hoop. The shot just didn't fall, but that's still a good look that you want to see. And I'd hope to see that it fall down in the future.
Malone's guarding Price. Down low is Soviak. The turnaround hook shot is no good.
Jacob Malone now with the ball, who's a sophomore. Played last game and scored 6 straight points for the Presidents, and he was definitely a big factor in getting the Presidents on the final run to pull off the victory. So it's interesting to see what Malone will do as just a sophomore here.
Lane Stevens on the left wing. His 3 is just to the left. Jacob Malone got the offensive board and puts it back up, and good. Good job there by Malone, the sophomore. Malone gets through the picks with Riley Price, goes right around him, and he shoots a layup, I think. That might look like a pass to me. Here's Money all the way on the fast break. Easy lay-in. 1 point away from double digits is the Presidents.
Great play there by Gary, splitting the defense on the dribble and getting to the hoop. That's where Marion Harding will always usually have an advantage, is just athleticism.
Terrell tried the layup, and it just bounces out. 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Jacob Malone hit it off of Soviak's foot, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Presidents. In for the Wildcats, is Fiesel. And also Preston Crabtree. Soviak is out, along with Price. On the inbound, Stevens is down low. His layup bounces out. He got his own board and tipped it up, but it was also out. He's going to stay with the Presidents after Preston Crabtree tried to save it after a hit off a Wildcat. Malone is the inbounder, found Stevens at the top of the key. Rich takes the baseline. No, misses, but he gets fouled on the way up. Rich will go to the line for two. That foul was on Harley Day, his first of the game.
And Tanner, even though Marion Harding has had a rough start to the season, I still think it'll be very interesting to see how this team will grow and mature, as right now the lineup is pretty young. No seniors and three sophomores, 2 juniors, as Bradley now checks in. But, over the next few years, I think that the team will definitely mature and become much better than what the current state is now.
In comes Elijah Bradley for Lane Stevens. And in is Aiden Rich, as he finally hits them both. At least we finally know we have someone who can shoot free throws on this team.
As Presidents have finally got into double digits. Ooh.
Harley Day, the turnaround, all the moving for a brick shot.
Took quite a few steps there.
Malone stops at the elbow and found Myers, who found Rich, who has the open baseline, goes up, draw the foul, no good. Rich is going to the line for 2 more.
Good take there by Rich, even though he did end up getting fouled. But it's good effort to get to the line. And that's the shots that you want to see, especially to get the big man in trouble.
Misses his first. I take back what I said earlier. .320 left to go in this first half. A 23-11 score. North Union. Rich's second one is also off. So here we go. It's going to go back to the Presidents after it got out of bounds. Here's Malone. Rich is guarded by Terrell. North Union still in the 2-3 zone. Moni's in the left corner. Just swinging around the perimeter. Malone takes the baseline. Trying to find someone. Found Myers. Tried to bounce it to him. Hit off his knee, and Cody Neal gets the ball back. Terrell over to Neal. Neal gets bounced around and ends up kicking it out to Fiesel. Fiesel back to Terrell. He's going to try and take it in, but Moni poked it out. Moni dives for it. Both of them dive for it. Jacob Malone came up with it. Here's Elijah Bradley on the fast break. Cody Neal behind him. Bradley lays it in easy. Timeout, North Union. The lead is only 10 points. We'll be back.
As we are called, the Knights of Columbus, in service to one, in service to all.
Did you know the winter holiday season is a peak time of year for home fires? Take precautions to protect your family from holiday fires. Install smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, and on every level of the home. Test them.
Welcome back. North Union's lead is only 10 now. After the 18-point lead, Harding slowly but surely trying to get back in this game with only 2:20 left to go in this first half. Aiden Rich is the only one pressing for the Presidents on Riley Price. Elijah Bradley guarding Preston Crabtree closely all the way across the court back to Price. Neil Money pokes it out of Neil once again, but this time he can't come up with it. Terrell at the elbow, all the way across the court. All the way in. He gets called for the foul as Preston Crabtree, as he'll go to the line for 2.
Tanner, it's finally Christmas break for most students now, and hopefully the presidents over this winter break period will have time to get away from school, focus on basketball, and focus on improving. That's what I'd like to hope.
Yeah. At the line is Crabtree. First time he's been at the line tonight. 9 fouls for Marion Harding. Nine times. Gary Money over to Aiden Rich. Here's Rich over to Money. Under a minute 30 left to go in this first half. President's really struggling to come up with something in this offense. All the way across the court is Myers to Malone. They finally get to the paint to Bradley, but not long because it kicks back out to Money. Myers guarded closely by Crabtree. My question is, are they wasting clock? Or are they just... Oh, here's Myers from the left corner. His 3 is down and good. No longer a double-digit lead for the Wildcats. 24-16. Riley Price takes it back out to Crabtree. He's going to try and take it all the way in himself, and it's easy right over Bradley. Back to a 10-point lead.
Tanner, even though they made that layup there, it's good to see the Presidents not just jump up and foul because, obviously you want to make them work for the shots, but at this point in time, they have 9 fouls, and they already have players in foul trouble.
So here's Malone all the way in, the Euro step, and here's Elijah Bradley on the left wing. His 3, too much, and it hits the top string of the hoop. 14 seconds left, and the Wildcats have the ball. Crabtree is going to start with the ball. As we get the 10-second mark left to go in the first half, he's trying to outrun Stevens. Steps back. Here's Crabtree looking for the last shot. He's going to try and take it all the way in himself over Stevens. He got it. Just as the buzzer goes, North Union will be up 12 at the half, 28-16.
Holiday season is a peak time of year for home fires. Take precautions to protect your family from holiday fires. Install smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, and on every level of the home. Test them monthly. Space heaters can provide supplemental heat for chilly rooms, but they're also a leading cause of fires. Always plug the heater directly into an outlet and place it at least 3 feet away from anything flammable. Combustible decorations, including Christmas trees, should also be kept 3 feet away from any open heat source. Check electrical lights and decorations for damage before use, and avoid overloading electrical outlets. Locate candle displays out of reach of children and pets, and consider using battery-operated candles instead. Finally, always turn off space heaters and electrical decorations and extinguish candles when you leave home or go to sleep. Make safety a tradition. Best wishes for a happy and safe holiday season from ESFI.
This is me, and this is my teacher, Miss C. She's so great. She teaches me a lot of good stuff. She taught me that everything I do starts with me. I'm in charge. She taught me to have a plan and make sure I do all my work before I play. I also learned how to play well with others. I try to remember that everyone can win. And I listen before I talk. That makes working together a lot more fun. I know that balance feels best, so I remember to take care of myself. Miss C taught me lots of things, but the best one ever is that I can be great.
What if every child had the same opportunity? The opportunity to develop the essential life skills and characteristics students need to thrive in the 21st century. The Leader in Me process provides the teacher experience and classroom implementation tools to put your school on the path to greatness. As you integrate timeless principles into your school's core curriculum and language, you will build student self-confidence, reduce discipline referrals, and increase academic achievement. Find out more at theleaderinme.org.
Great happens here.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
It's been said men tend to communicate shoulder to shoulder. If that's the case, these guys are saying, let's change the world. Let's make a difference. Let's act as we are called. The Knights of Columbus, in service to one, in service to all.
Welcome back to MCS TV. I'm Tanner Wink alongside Drake Facione as we are underway for the second half of this game between North Union and Marion Harding. North Union, a great first half, up 28-16 over the Presidents. The Presidents need anything they can get. What do you have to take out of that first half, Drake?
Well, you know, we saw North Union get up to, I think it was 18-point lead,
Yes,
but thankfully, you know, they fought back offensively. Still not where they want to be, which is 16 points and a half, but it was definitely better than when the score's 5-23.
For sure. And that was Soviak with the turnaround shot. He's starting for the Wildcats this half. Up, and the foul was called. The blocking foul is what he's going to call it on Mason Soviak. A little shrug at the shoulders by Soviak. He gets it. All the same starters in for the Wildcats, except for, as you just saw, Soviak is in the game instead of Krebaheny. You got Harley Day, Cody Neal, Riley Price, and Connor Terrell. And then at the line, Dejon Smith, he hit his free throw. And also for the Presidents, you got Lane Stevens and Mitch Myers, who usually start, and then two others, Gary Money and Aiden Rich, who are not normally starters. Dejon Smith misses the second, and Cody Neal got the board for the Wildcats. Price to Day. Day takes it in on Stevens, up, air ball the layup. Soviak's down low on the offensive board, but the whistle was blown. This one's going to be on Mitch Myers down low. North Union will take it out under the hoop. Trying to find someone. Day finally found Soviak, who handed it off to Price. He's going to take it in himself. Wide open lay-in. Easy money. 30-17 Wildcats. So the presence is a miscommunication. The ball ends up out of bounds, and the Wildcats regain possession.
Hope to see the Presidents start to get something going offensively, to see if they'll bring in Browley to get some more shots up, or see if they'll change the lineup, or if they'll just keep this base lineup in here.
Here's Price. Takes it back out to Day. Terrell now double teamed, and this foul is going to be called on Stevens. A little bit of a shove on Terrell. And if you remember the foul count last half, it wasn't even close. At one point, I believe Marion Harding had 9, and North Union had like 1 or 2. So Terrell can't take it past Money. I don't know if that was a shot or not. It's going to stay with North Union, though, after it hit off the head of Myers. Honestly, it was a little tough to make out if that was a shot or a pass. Could have been a pass because he threw it overhead. Price got the inbound on the pump, faked it. Takes it all the way in aggressively and wasn't even close. And the Presidents are going to get back, get the ball back. Excuse me. Money's guarded by Terrell. North Union still in the 2-3 defense. Has not changed that all game. Stevens on the left wing. Just all around the perimeter. Money takes the deep 3 from the right wing and knocks it down to make it a 10-point lead now for the Wildcats. It's a big 3 there by Gary Money. One of the first times they shot on the 2-3 defense, they usually just swung it around the perimeter and was just hoping for something to happen. Davis at the free throw line tries to take it in, can't get very far past Stevens, and he missed the shot. And here's Dejon Smith, has the ball on a fast break for the Presidents. Takes it all the way in, tried to bounce past to Stevens, but it hit off a Wildcat foot. Into the game for the Wildcats, Preston Crabtree and Trevin Fiesel. In for Connor Terrell and Cody Neal. Now Crabtree and Fiesel seem to be the 6th and 7th man for the Wildcats. They're usually the ones that their coach is subbing in. Brian Terrell, who probably has some relation to Connor Terrell, who's just subbed out. Here's Crabtree. Just about 5 minutes left to go in the third. Price tries to take it in. It was knocked loose by Money. Now here's Aiden Rich on the fast break. He's going to take it all the way in himself. Up. No foul was called, and Day got the rebound. Here's Fiesel. Found Crabtree all the way to the other wing. And it was poked loose by the Presidents again, and Money's going to try and set up some offense here for the Presidents. 30-20 is the score. Money comes up, pops the 3. No hesitation, and now it's only a 7-point game. 2 big 3s in a row by Money to start this second half.
Great play there by Money, and that's exactly what the Presidents needed, is some type of kickstart for offense. And even though it's just 6 points, considering there was 5 points throughout a quarter and a half, you'll definitely take 6 points in a row.
Now in comes 3 substitutions for the Presidents. Devon Fraker, Elijah Browley, and Deontay Smith. This is a big sub because the team that was just out there that just caught back up isn't our best squad. So North Union will have the ball. Only a 7-point lead now. Marion Harding was down 18 at one point. Terrell can't get anywhere. Finally falls on the ground, and Money picks it up fast. Had to pick up his dribble. Needs to find somebody. Found Fraker, and he finally got past half court. Got out of trouble. Found Deontay Smith on the outside wing. Found Elijah Browley. Wide open 3 on the corner. Bounces. Hit the top of the hoop, and he misses it. Not much luck from downtown for Browley in his first game back. Put him down in the paint, right, Drake?
Shoot, man. And when Browley gets the ball, he's going to try to shoot.
So out comes Browley immediately. Worstel probably didn't like that. And 5 seconds were called. Great D there by Marion Harding as North Union couldn't find an inbound.
Browley in back after about 15
Browley
seconds.
is back
there.
in, but a timeout was called by the Wildcats. We'll be right back.
Make sure I do all my work before I play. I also learned how to play well with others. I try to remember that everyone can win. And I listen before I talk. That makes working together a lot more fun. I know that balance feels best, so I remember to take care of myself. Miss C taught me lots of things, but the best one ever is that I can be great.
What if every child had the same opportunity? The opportunity to develop the essential life skills and characteristics students need to thrive in the 21st century. The Leader in Me process provides the teacher experience and classroom implementation tools to put your school on the path to greatness.
Welcome back. Harding up 7 with 4:08 left to go in the third quarter. Fraker, the inbounder for the Presidents, found Browley, who just checked back in the game. There was a jump ball between Day and Browley, but it's going to stay with the Presidents. Never mind. It's going to go to the Wildcats. That's where the possession arrow was pointing. And Browley checks out again. They just can't make up their minds.
No, they cannot.
So here's Fiesel. He got past Fraker. Fast break is broken up by the Presidents. Here's Terrell. Thought about the baseline. And the foul's going to be called on Fraker. That was Fraker's first of the game. Marion Harding's fourth. Fiesel. All the way into Day. Deontay Smith almost poked it out. And then Fraker's going to get picked up with the second foul in a row. Got to be being careful now.
Yep, and now it's just, again, back to the foul differential. It's 1 foul this half, 5 for Harding, just like it was last half, and it's just a repeated story at this point.
Still a 7-point lead. Harding trying to get back in this game. Miscommunication between the coach, Aiden Rich, is checked in for Devon Fraker. Also coming in for the first time in varsity is Peyton Spiegel. As Devon Fraker sits down, and Peyton Spiegel, a sophomore, doesn't usually get varsity minutes. We've seen a lot of that lately with Malone and Spiegel now, and Rich at the beginning of the season.
Yep, and looks like Warshaw's just changing up his lineups, trying to see what young players can play at this level and can keep up. And he's going to keep working with them for the next few years, so might as well play him now.
Day is guarded by Deontay Smith. Day's going to take it all the way in on Smith, who had his hands up, but he shoots it over him. Deontay Smith trying to avoid the fouls. He's had limited playing time due to his foul trouble. DeMonte Smith is in the game. That was him in the left corner. Gray Money thought about the three, but found Rich. And it's poked loose by Price off of Rich and all the way down the fast break. Fiesel saves when we're going out of bounds. But it's poked loose again, but the foul is called. North Union's lead is now 9. Now it's going to be on Deontay Smith, and in comes Lane Stevens and Elijah Browley in for the Presidents. In for Deontay Smith. And Aiden Rich. Day, the inbounder, found Price. Stevens on him tight in the right corner. Fiesel tries to take it in past Spiegel. North Union, patient deep offense. All around the perimeter. 2:45 left to go in this third quarter. Fiesel tries to get past Spiegel, but it was knocked loose, and here's DeMonte Smith on the fast break. Day is on the other end, and it was poked loose by Crabtree, but it's going to stay with the Presidents. Didn't even get to go for the shot. And checking in for the Wildcats is Mason Soviak. In for Harley Day. Subbing in and out for the big guys.
Let's see how the Presidents will finish this third quarter. You know, limited offense throughout the whole game, but this quarter haven't been too bad with Kerry Money knocking down 2 threes. Almost knocks down
Tried to
a
get
third.
him 3 in and out. They got the ball back. Devontae Smith, his left wing 3, in and out as well.
That's a great shot for Smith, though, even though it's out. He's definitely a good three-point shooter. Hell of one of the higher percentages on the team. And even though he hasn't taken too many shots, he definitely knocks down what he usually takes.
Connor Terrell got knocked up a little bit there at the end of that possession. Seems to be okay. So going to the line is Connor Terrell after that whole exchange and him ending up on the ground. And now comes Stevens, in comes Mitch Myers. His first is up and good to extend their lead to 10. Hardy's got to be careful not to let this one slip away from him. They were only down 7 earlier. Terrell missed the second. Devontae Smith got that board. And the pass was stolen by Crabtree. Found Terrell on the fast break all the way up. Easy lay-in. 35-23. Wildcats trying to pull away with this one slowly but surely. Myers guarded by Fiesel. Spiegel still in the game. Kicked it back down to Smith on the baseline. Myers thought about the three. He's going to take it in. Found Spiegel on the other side of the paint. And try and take it in all the way, and good. Up and through. Riley Price in the paint is the sophomore Peyton Spiegel. 10-point game. Price hands it off. Whistle was blown there on Price, and Harding's going to get the ball back. Here's Spiegel on the left wing. He was guarded by Krebaheny. Still a 2-3 zone. And miscommunication there on the pass for the Presidents, and the Wildcats are going to get the ball back. Here's Price. Tries to get past Smith on the baseline, and the whistle will be blown. Which that'll be for Devontae Smith. Yes, it will. The second of the game. Harding's 8th of the half. It is another 8-1 foul matchup between the Marion Harding Presidents and North Union. It's 9-1 last half for a little bit, and then ended up being 9-3, I believe. Price hits the first. Go to the line for one more. Price's free throw is a little much, and Spiegel's going to get the board, and he's going to take it fast to the other side. Found Monier at the top. He's going to set up some offense. Here's Spiegel, guarded by Krebaheny. Now Price kicks back out to Browley. He's going to shoot the left corner three. Still can't knock one down.
0 for 5 now for Browley from the three-point line to start the game. You know, hopefully you think he'll get it, but Till then, he's scoreless.
Spiegel missed that easy lay-in. The Wildcats get the ball back. The third quarter getting ready to come to an end as it hits the 10-second mark. Here's Krebaheny. 5 seconds left. Price try to get down to Soviak. And it went out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats with just 3.1 seconds left. Trying to do something here on the inbound, I'm sure, to try and beat that buzzer. North Union still holds the 11-point lead. In comes in Dejon Smith for DeMonte Smith. Brother in for a brother. Soviak, the inbounder, found Krebaheny. Can he get it up in time? He did, and he's drained it. As that'll push North Union's lead to a 13-point lead at that buzzer. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter.
Did you know the winter holiday season is a peak time of year for home fires? Take precautions to protect your family from holiday fires. Install smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, and on every level of the home. Test them monthly. Space heaters can provide supplemental heat for chilly rooms, but they're also a leading cause of fires. Always plug the heater directly into an outlet and place it at least 3 feet away from anything flammable. Combustible decorations, including Christmas trees, should also be kept 3 feet away from any open heat source. Check electrical lights and decorations for damage before use, and avoid overloading electrical outlets. Locate candle displays out of reach of children and pets, and consider using battery-operated candles instead. Finally, always turn off space heaters and electrical decorations and extinguish candles when you leave home or go to sleep. Make safety a tradition. Best wishes for a happy and safe holiday season from ESFI.
Welcome back as we are ready for some fourth quarter action in this game as Marion Harding trails the Wildcats by 13 to start this fourth and final quarter. The comeback was a brewing for the Presidents, but it's just no longer now. Already a turnover to start the quarter. Drake, you see any hope here for the Presidents in this fourth quarter?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Tanner. Not right now. They're just not playing to any potential to even start a comeback. You know, they had a couple good threes by Money, but that was really their only offense. And a little bit, it's just not, might not be enough.
Here's Cody Neal on the right wing. Malone is in the game now. Browley's up on Day. The two big men were at the top of the key. Neal's guarded by Spiegel, but Neal's able to find a way into the lane to get a wide open layup on Spiegel. 40-25 now. Dejon Smith traveled. A lot of hesitation there. It's going to lead to another turnover for Marion Harding. I'm not sure about the turnover numbers between these two teams, but I'm sure Marion Harding has double. So the timeout will be called. We'll be back after this break.
Carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
It's been said men tend to communicate shoulder to shoulder. If that's the case, these guys are saying, let's change the world. Let's make a difference. Let's act as we are called. The Knights of Columbus, in service to one, in service to all.
Welcome back. The score is 40-25. North Union leads by 15, trying to pull away and get their first MOAC win of the season over the Marion Harding Presidents, with just 7:02 left to go in the game. Really.
8 fouls to 1 it is. Of course, the Presidents with the more fouls, and it's not the first time we've seen this. Careless fouling and just bad defense, honestly, is what leads to such a big foul deficit like this.
So the whistle will be blown. Looks like this is going to be on Aiden Rich. Only 25 points for the Presidents this game so far. Here's Terrell. Trapped there by Malone and Rich, but found Day all the way in, up and over Spiegel. His leg goes in and out, but he got his own offensive board up and good again. And Spiegel fell down hard. And he's held back up, and he seems to be all right. Here's Jacob Malone running the point now for the Presidents. North Union has not gone out of this 2-3 zone all game because clearly it has worked. So Spiegel, the turnaround, no good. Crebahenny the board.
Presidents just can't make anything fall at this point. It's just sad to see that no one can put the ball in the hoop, honestly, it's just a shot selection. I don't know. The Presidents just aren't a good team right now, to be honest.
So it was poked out and stolen by Dejon Smith. He's going to try and take it in, but Terrell kicked him back out to the right corner, who drains the three. Dejon Smith.
Finally, Dejon knocks down the shot. He's been struggling shooting lately, and he finally puts this one in the hoop.
Terrell tries to take it all the way in, but is stopped short by Jacob Malone. Here's Cody Neal. Aiden Rich makes a lot of contact with him there, and he's going to pick up another foul.
Another one.
So a bunch of subs coming in for the Wildcats. You're going to see Preston Crabtree and Trevin Fiesel, the two subs who have always been subbing in and out of this game. It's clearly not a deep bench here for North Union. I think there's only one guy on there I've not seen in the game. That's Devin Dykert. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out him.
Cody Neal hits it. So looking ahead for both these teams, let's look ahead for North Union. Their next game is an away game at Delaware Christian, so clearly not a conference matchup. Ought to be an interesting game. I don't know much about Delaware Christian, but after the way the Wildcats have played this, I'm sure they'll come out with even more fire. Then looking at the Presidents, on the other hand, their next game is in 2 days. North Union is also in 2 days. Marion Harding will be home against Kenton. I should be here for that one the whole way. Dejon Smith tries to take it all the way in. And Crebahenny's going to get caught for the block.
And the Wildcats will pick up their second foul of the half.
Unbelievable.
Second foul.
And the inbound is practically stolen. No jump ball is called. That was Fiesel in there along with Rich and a couple other Wildcats.
$16-point game here, and I'm just not seeing a comeback right now, to be honest with you, Tanner.
Nope. All the way in is Crabtree, coast to coast to get fouled. check. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. I had to do a quick sound check there.
Yep, very quick sound check.
One of our cameramans knocked over the sound source. It's all right. It happens.
It's all good.
So at the line is Crabtree. He hits a second to extend the lead to 18, just where we were before earlier in the first half. Under 5 minutes left to go in the game. This will be a big substitution in all 5. A whole new 5. That'll be Deontay Smith, DeMonte Smith, Devon Fraker, Lane Stevens, and Peyton Spiegel.
At this point, it looks like Coach Worsel's just trying new lineups, to be honest with you.
For sure. Mitch Myers from the right corner. Air ball picked up by Fiesel. 4:20 left to go in the game. Here's Day. Back out to Price, who kicks it all the way to Crabtree, who, I count that as a dunk. I mean, he snapped the rim and the ball went down. He got up there. 4 minutes left. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. It was a very good take. And
Jacob Malone's jumper is not good. Here's Price. The Wildcats up 20 exactly. All the way in is Trees with a reverse lay-in and one. All the way in the paint himself. Great play there by Fiesel. So Fiesel go to line and a whole new 5 for the Presidents with 3.5 minutes left to go in this game.
at this point, the Presidents are making the Wildcats look like the Globetrotters out there.
Yeah, this is not fun to watch.
Not at all.
Fiesel's free throw too much. Got it, Crabtree, and it was poked out by Crabtree himself. He's going to go to Harding. DeMonte Smith on the left wing.
Yeah.
Who's Lane Stevens? DeMonte Smith takes it all the way in himself. The reverse lay-in is good. And the lead is back to a 20-point lead with 3 minutes left.
Good take there by DeMonte. Getting up and around.
Here's Day out of bounds. Found Fiesel. Fiesel takes the baseline. Nothing on Spiegel. Spiegel tries to take the charge. And Fiesel's lay-in is no good. Deontay Smith all the way. Take it all the way himself. Full court. 50-32.
Sad we couldn't see more of Deontay Smith this game as he got foul trouble early on.
So in comes Cody Neal in for the Wildcats. And Devon Fraker's third foul. Let's look at that foul count. 10 fouls to 2 in the second half. Worse than the first half. I believe it finished 9-3 last time. 10-2 this time in the fouls. Riley Price is going to the line for the Wildcats. With just 2:35 left to go. North Union is pulling away with this one. As Price hits the first, Crabtree checks out. In comes Neal. Introducing someone new to the crew. To my right is Savion Tyler. He's in for Drake Bastiano a little bit to test out the end of the game. Mine as well. This game's going nowhere. How you doing, Savion?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Hate to cut you off, though. We have a timeout. We're going to go to a break.
All right, sounds good.
I know that balance feels best, so I remember to take care of myself. Miss C taught me lots of things, but the best one ever is that I can be great.
What if every child had the same opportunity? The opportunity to develop the essential life skills and characteristics students need to thrive in the 21st century. The Leader in Me process provides the teacher experience and classroom implementation tools to put your school on the path to greatness. As you integrate timeless principles into your school's core curriculum.
Welcome back. 2:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Harding down 20 exactly, 52-32. This game's just about over. Right before we took the break, I interrupted Savion Tyler here to my right, who is here for the first time trying out this whole announcing thing, see what the big whoop is. How you doing, Savion?
I'm doing pretty good, as I said before the break. How you doing, Tanner?
I'm good.
That's good.
So clearly Harding not doing too great, down 20 now. This will be their third MOAC loss. Will go down to 1-5. You being a former Marion Harding basketball player, what's going on with this team? Can you give us anything?
Yeah, it's all about like the mental toughness of your team. Like if you have bad practices and you have like just bad games and it's just a streak, it just keeps going. So it's just all about getting your head back into it and making sure you're listening to coach and doing things right so you can get that W. Hopefully
Harding put this game behind them for the Kenton game in 2 days. DeMonte Smith from the corner bounces in. 52-34 is now the score. Connor Terrell still running the point, guarded by Spiegel. Terrell almost found the lane, but he kicks back out to Neal. Neal's trapped by Stevens and Fraker. Terrell's guarding the corner, took the baseline all the way to the other side to Price, who takes it in himself. Easy lay-in as it rolled in for Price.
It's always at the very end on these plays that they're just giving up.
Back to a 20-point lead for North Union. And another turnover for the Presidents, another big problem for them all game. Turnovers, fouls, there's another foul. Krebaheny will be checking in for the Wildcats. Rich in for the Presidents.
And that will be the double bonus.
And also in for the first time from JV, Elijah Arnold, the 5'11 sophomore, his first varsity minutes of the year. The only advantage of getting blown out is to get these JV players some playing time on the varsity to get their experience up. So at the line is Fiesel. Fiesel misses the second, and Elijah Arnold, right off the bench, gets the board. Rich out to Spiegel. He's in the corner trying to take the baseline. The pass was poked out by Fiesel, and North Union gets the ball back. Another turnover.
All these little mistakes is just turning over the ball.
Just trying to waste out this clock as North Union, as we are now down to the 1 minute mark in this ball game. Out to Krebaheny. Marion Harding not giving up at all on defense. All the way in is Terrell. Easy lay in to push their lead to even more. 22. 45 seconds left to go in the game. Crossover by Rich is tripped up by Fiesel, but got the ball back. Here's Stevens. Stevens takes it into the paint. Jump stop up. A little too much. DeMonte Smith got the offensive board, though. Takes it in himself. Wide open lay-in. And the blocking foul.
For the end.
The basket did count. Didn't see him signal that at first as he called the blocking foul. So DeMonte Smith will go to the line to try and convert the end one. 29 seconds left on the dot. DeMonte Smith's conversion of the end one is no good. So not what Marion Harding wanted on their first Christmas break game is this big of a loss to North Union, who was winless in the MOAC. This doesn't mean they can't bounce back, though. So as the final seconds go down, Marion Hardy's going to pick up another loss in the MOAC to North Union, who picks up their first win in the MOAC by 20. 56-36 is the final score of this game. I'm Tanner Wink alongside Savion Tyler, Drake Facion, the other 4 quarters. We'll see you guys in 2 days.